All right, YouTube says I'm live. Not sure if I'm going to get many in the chat. I checked. I didn't see if Grand Supreme News was going live or any other channels. So I'm just going to hold out for a second and see if anybody wants to jump in and see what I'm talking about, which I'm sure many of y'all have heard. Thailand cures coronavirus V drug cocktail in 48 hours. Not simply just the anti HIV drug, a mixture of drugs. And I'm just, hey, Biblical Ways News. Hey, God bless you, Brother Michael in the house. Here in a minute, I'm going to talk about Biblical Way News, his channel, and how extremely proud I am of. He jumped to, last I checked, from the help of this channel and Grand Supreme News, 178 subscribers, which is awesome. Real quick in the house, we've got I call little smiley biblical news. Brother Michael Gale, sister Chrissy in the house, brother Mitchell in the house with the ninja slinging links. True Light, yo, what's up? Cindy in the house. Hi, Justin. Good to see you. Hillbilly 420. What's up, brother man? Living the dream. All right. So far we have 21 in the house. I'll give it a few more. I'm very proud of him. Justin says, brother Michael, absolutely, extremely proud of him and the way he's grown and how young he is and how awake he is. Biblical Way News. Um, so uh, the Joe info, blessings to all. Yes, biblical news. Ninja is too fast for words. Absolutely. Sister Rhonda R is in the house. God bless. Crystal Gypsy's in the house. Much prayers for her. She's actually starting to feel better. Um, Having the flu plus the on top of that strep throat. How's Vern? Vern's doing okay. He is waiting on the mail right now. He will be jumping up if a certain thing comes in the mail. He will be headed somewhere to go ahead and take care of it. If it doesn't show up, which it should have showed up Saturday, he'll be back. Joseph says, "Yo." Normally, I don't read the last names because I suck at reading. Pardon my French. And speaking of reading, I'm going to wait till a few more people get in. I Now Vern sent me this link, and I heard about it last night, and I saw a lot of YouTubers. Hey, Patricia, comedy and life. Great to see you. A lot of YouTubers are agreeing with this, and a lot of YouTubers are disagreeing. I think a lot of the YouTubers that are disagreeing are terrified of losing their channel and putting out false news. Me, that's why I put the question mark. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's fake, but I don't see why or how it could be fake coming from a pretty good news source. If y'all can bear with me with my horrible reading, um, says Thailand cures coronavirus with anti-HIV drug cocktail in 48 hours. Brother Benny in the house. Laugh out loud. Thanks for the shout out. No problem, Joseph. Joseph Alvatardo. I'll say it wrong. I read like a drunk 3-year-old. Morning, Ronda R. Mike Gale, Mitchell Reese, and Jose. I'm not going to say name. Patriot Comedy. A big, huge hello from Brother Bernie. Great to see you. Long time no see. uh, Wisconsin Eric's in the house. Do we have to agree or disagree? Binary thing, thinking limits. No, we can always agree to disagree here if some people say certain things D's in the house. God bless you, D. Hope everything's going well. You surely you're up early. You're in Hawaii, so hope all's good. All right. Well, what I'm gonna do is start reading this article the best way I can. If I stumble across the words, and if you don't like it, uh, tough shitski, because I suck. All right. The title again: Thailand cures coronavirus with anti-HIV drug cocktail in 48 hours. Says a Chinese woman infected with the new coronavirus showed a dramatic improvement after she was treated with a cocktail of antiviral antivirals used to treat the flu and HIV. Thailand's health ministry said Sunday. The 71-year-old patient tested negative for the virus 48 hours after Thailand doctors administered the combination. Dr. Chris, whatever the heck his name is, said during the um, ministry daily press briefing, the lab results. She tested positive in the beginning. Don't forget that. Um, the lab results turned negative in 48 hours. The doctor said. From being exhausted before she could sit up in 12 hours later, wasn't able to move, bedridden. 12 hours later, after getting the cocktail, she was able to sit up. The doctors combined an anti flu drug, ulcerate, whatever it is, you can look it up yourself, with Lopin, Avery, and Ridovir, whatever, antiviral drugs used to treat HIV. The doctor said, adding the ministry was awaiting research results to prove the findings. The news comes as a new virus claimed its first life outside of China, a 44-year-old Chinese man who died in the Philippines, while the death toll in China has soared above 300. Thailand so far has detected 19 confirmed cases of the virus believed to have originated in the central Chinese city of Wuhan, which is under lockdown. That's what I want to talk about a bit is well, I just got a text. Is that okay? Well, guess what? Good news for Vern. I won't say exactly, but he is hauling butt to the bank. So good stuff for Brother Vern. So far, 8 patients in Thailand have recovered and returned home, while 11 remain in the hospital. In a video released Sunday, Thai Health Minister Anton, whatever, I can't even say English names, American names, let alone um, Thailand names, visited a patient from Wuhan who had recovered from the coronavirus. Chatting with her in Manadrid as she thanked him and the medical staff. Thai authorities are trying to balance the screening of inbound Chinese visitors with the economic needs of its tourist sector, which is heavily reliant on arrivals from the mainland. That's another thing too when it comes to um, Pete the Patriot. Yeah, I think the article's interesting as well. Do I believe that it's truth? 50-50. Do I hope there's validity to it and truth? I don't know. I hope there is, but do I believe it? I'm not quite sure. But anyways, Pete the Patriots in the house. D Cooch says horse with the shit uh, emoji, so I'll just say it. Horse shit. Seems sketchy. Uh, I'm there. I feel that way, but guess what? We could all be wrong because of mainstream media, etc. But I could see when they were talking about HIV drugs could actually help because it helps to fight viruses. And so many channels, like we talked about, were taken down because they read the information wrong and said the HIV drugs, or no, the HIV was found in the coronavirus, but the article was actually that they're going to try to use HIV drugs to help fight the coronavirus because it's designed to attack and kill certain kinds of viruses. And so, like I said, Taiwan, or not Taiwan, Thailand is claiming that they cured their first victim. And there's skeptics saying, how do you know that you cured this victim? And how do you know that this victim just got better, you know, by themselves? Well, if you test positive for the coronal virus at 77 years old, I'm sorry, but you're pretty much you better start having somebody dig your grave. Not to sound um, hateful. HIV drug and Tamiflu. I think that's probably what it was, but they didn't say that drug. I can pronounce that drug, which that's another dangerous drug. Actually, it's not recommended to give to kids that have the actual flu. A lot of children have died from Tamiflu, and adults as well. They suffer really bad side effects, almost like sleepwalking, delusion, uh, shoot, hysteria, um, hallucinations, etc. But some people, they're just fine with it. Even if it's true, I'm willing to bet they do not have enough HIV drugs for everyone. Absolutely, especially in Thailand. Well, actually, I don't know. Thailand, if you know anything about Thailand, it's a pretty sinful, dirty place to be at times. Simply because in Thailand you have these real rich men that go over there to um, have sex with underage girls, etc. And there's a lot of prostitution in Thailand, so maybe they do have a lot of HIV. I don't know. I'm not an expert on that, but you know, I could see where the HIV drug and the flu drug, etc., um, could actually help fight this virus, which I strongly believe that this virus, like many of us do, believe that this was basically bioengineering. This virus was made, and then it just accidentally slipped out, so to speak. Some channels are saying, some channels are blaming it on the bat soup, some are blaming it on their dogs, etc. Thank you, Mitchell. It is time for me to fire one up. You had to put that cigarette emoji in there. Um, oh, somebody say something. I have a Trump 2020 flag for you, Justin. All right. Well, I got um a lot. I left a lot of my Trump stuff down in Florida like an idiot because I was in a hurry to get up here to have my surgery. And if this does offend you all, sorry. Maybe you can find a non-smoking channel or something. I don't know, but the Prophet Easy One, you got the Link Slayer throwing up his links. Um, oh, I'm sure you do have a joint emoji there, D. I'm sure you're ripped out of your mind right now. Much love to you, Cindy. Tears with praying hands. Alexandria, I agree. Let's see what Alexandria had to say. Where? Okay. Oh, I see. Hey, made it. Hey, locked and loaded. How you doing? Um, Treeland Truth. It almost killed a couple kids. Oh yeah, actually, if you're talking about the the flu medicine I was talking about, it actually has killed children. Oh, Bubba News. Howdy, y'all. Gonna start driving. We'll listen. I'll text you later. Dustin. Well, you can call me Dustin. My name's Justin, but that's all right. Just kidding. A lot of people call me Jason too. I've always thought about changing my name to Jason. I get called Jason more than I do Justin. But for some of y'all that are just now coming in, my wife's doctor in Tennessee says more will likely be spread with the people going to the hospital and doctor's office because they have no tests there. Everyone will be referred to wherever the CDC. Yeah, CDC is garbage. But that's another thing too is what's going on in China. As many of y'all know, people are waiting in line, and they have family members. Okay, you bring your family member that's sick, and for some, you took cautions. You've got your face mask. You're washing your hands, and you don't have. No, it's all right, Bubba. It was a joke. People call me. There you go. Justin, Dustin, Jason, Sarah. It's all the same. You can call me Sarah if you want, but I hope not. Hello, everyone. I'm here with you riding my bike to run errands. All right, Brother Vern's in the house riding his bike. Hey, I don't know. I should bring him up just so he could be talking to himself and everybody would think he was pretty much batshit crazy, so to speak. I forgot what I was saying. Then Bubba threw that curveball at me about Justin, Dustin, Jason, Sarah. What was I saying? Anyways, for y'all that, I'll just read it real quick. Thailand, Thailand cures coronavirus with anti-HIV drug cocktail in 48 hours. A Chinese woman infected with a new coronavirus showed a dramatic improvement after she was treated with the cocktail of antivirals used to treat the flu and HIV. Thailand's health ministry said Sunday. A 71-year-old patient tested negative for the virus 48 hours after Thai doctors administered the combination. Dr. Chris, I'm not going to try his name, said during the ministry, the lab results of positive means she tested positive for the coronavirus, turned negative in 48 hours, the doctor said. From being exhausted before, she could now sit up in bed 12 hours later. The doctors combined the anti-flu drug. It's gibberish to me. Osalaverio something with Lepravian, whatever, and blah 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 blah. Antivirus used to treat HIV. Doctor said adding the ministry was awaiting research results to prove the findings. That didn't make sense. The news comes as a new virus claimed its first life outside of China, a 44-year-old Chinese man who died in the Philippines, while the death toll in China has soared above 300. Thailand so far has detected and confirmed 19 cases of the virus believed to have originated in central Chinese city Wuhan, which is under lockdown. Now I want to talk about something. I was watching that Dr. Paul. I tried so hard to get a hold of him. I hope he some way I get a hold of him because he was actually answering phone calls last night. And man, did he get some dumb idiots on his phone calls, and it was frustrating. Sasquatch in the house, lurking Sasquatch. What's up? Peace, brother. Hello, Jason. God bless you and Jeff. They're in the house. Jason Arrington. God bless you. Just joking. I missed it. I can't keep up. Usually I have Vern Sarah has a good ring. Fits well. Laugh out loud. Yeah, Bubba was calling me Sarah and all kinds of different names. Biblical ways is it was too long. Information overload. People can't handle that. Have to use shock value to get viewers' attention. What are you going after? Well, biblical or Bubba, I agree, and then I disagree. When it comes to a new channel, um, I would definitely well, some of my live streams they go an hour and a half, 2 hours long, but there are a lot of YouTubers that believe, like that's why I do short little videos of breaking news. I get a lot of trolls saying, "Oh, you didn't give much information, this and that." No, I gave you the breaking news so you know what's happening, so you can do your own research. There's a difference between live streams, etc. But what I wanted to talk about, Biblical Ways News, you're doing a fantastic job. Um, I meant that mine was too long. See, I can't keep up with you, Bubba. All right, your videos and your live streams are great. So don't sell yourself short. Gypsy, I agree. She says, I hope they get this under control soon. Me, honestly, I don't know if they are. I think we're gonna see a lot worse, biblical speaking, and just the fact that the way it's spreading. Because what I was saying is, if you have all these people that are waiting outside of these hospitals in China, while you're all sitting around huddling, you're waiting in line. This could be just this person bringing grandma, grandpa, their mom, their sister, whatever, to the doctors, and they're fine. Well, Hachu, somebody sneezes on the back of their neck. Well, guess what? You're waiting in line. Now you're infected. You might not find out for a while, but etc. I don't see this virus slowing down by any means. I would say in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we're going to see another huge, um, explosion, so to speak. But we can't trust China when it comes to giving out the truth, because once again, China is, the red dragon. They're ever since Bill Clinton brought them on the world trading stage, so to speak, they just blew up. I mean, their economy and everything is huge. They would the Chinese regime, the dictators, the higher ups, the government, they would rather lose lives and keep it quiet to save their economy. Um, but a lot of people think, oh yeah, well screw them, blah 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 blah, their economy. Well, hate to say it, but their economy absolutely affects our economy simply because the crap we buy is from China. So much of it. And a lot of people say, buy American. Yes, I'd love to, but there's a lot of things that aren't made here in America that's only made in China. And China is, telling their people you're not allowed to go to work for 14 days. But what I wanted to get at, okay, now I'm back. My mind's all over the place. Dr. Paul, if y'all haven't heard about him, he's a doctor that's been giving out amazing information. And he actually went live. He's new. Um, we shouldn't buy anything from China. It's kind of hard to do Biblical Ways News. It truly is. And don't think, I mean, there's stuff that's been on the shelves from China for, been sitting there for 3, 4, 5 months old. I wouldn't be sitting there at the dock when they bring their ship in and start grabbing stuff that's new. But he said he had a caller that said, "Well, what happens if they create martial law here and put us on lockdown?" He and the guy answered on the phone. He's like, "Oh, well, I don't think there'll be much of a problem. Look what happened. Oh shoot, what did he say? He goes, look what happened during 9/11. There wasn't riots and this and that. And look what happened during I believe you said the Boston Marathon bombing. There was people that were put on lockdown, I believe, for 24 hours. Basically, stay in your house because there's somebody out here. Um, if you don't believe that was an inside job or whatever. But now you put millions of Americans on lockdown, martial law, but a medical martial law, there is going to be a huge uprise. There's going to be civil unrest like never seen before. Look what happens right after hurricanes. People that only have 2 days or 3 days worth of food. There will be now in China, you go running out there and you try to create all this havoc, you're going to get shot because they're a tyrannical government. They will shoot their people. And a lot of the culture in China is they don't have the freedoms that we have. So when you take away our freedoms, they're used to being in the country that they're in and the rules and everything. But if you take away our freedoms, lock us up, and you've got people that have kids and they have no food at all. And he said, well, I could see maybe 50,000 people would stand up and try to, march. And no, there'll be way more than that. If any of y'all believe me, if you agree with what I'm saying, put a 1 in the chat if you don't mind. When it comes to America, if they create a medical martial law, basically saying, millions and millions of people, you have to stay in your house, you're not allowed to go out, you can't go to a grocery store, yada yada yada, that people are going to remain calm, like this person on the phone was talking. I was so desperate to call in. I'm like, this dude's an idiot. Because there's going to be more than 50,000 Americans marching down the street saying, we want, blah, 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 with picket signs. No, there will be complete and utter civil unrest. It'll be just like Katrina times 1,000. People will be shooting each other. People will be doing whatever, trying to feed their families. Now, luckily, China had already stocked up on food because of the Chinese New Year. But that's maybe only, in the eyes of some people, was only 5 days worth of food. So that's one of the points I wanted to make out. If it does come over here like it is, but it explodes and we're put on lockdown, I'm talking, you want to talk about total chaos in America. Thank you all for agreeing. Yeah, how would we even know if it's because of the virus? Truthfully, they could do as they please in martial law, and we wouldn't even know the truth. Exactly. I mean, a lot of people debunk this virus and say it's not real. I honestly believe it's real, but I believe it was, well, I know for a fact that it was bioengineered, but they're saying the way that it was released could have been accidental. So that's hogwash in my eyes. But that's why it's important to prep. I'm so thankful. Nowhere. Amen, Crystal Gypsy. And yeah, total chaos for sure. Patricia Comedy says something happened in Denmark, a town on fire, I think. Well, you better check on that news there, Biblical Ways News. That's when you got a channel. If if you just got news that something, I don't know, an explosion or something in Denmark that's on fire, do your research real quick and then go live or make a video. That's how you grow your channel. You definitely, I mean, it's nice to share it here, but you definitely want to share it on your channel. But when it comes to food, water is, it's life-saving. You know what I mean? And there are going to be people, if it does come over here, there's a difference between martial law and medical martial law, a fine line, I'm not sure. Now, I did speak with Crystal Gypsy, and she was talking about that video where these possibly infected victims in China were being shot as they were running away from the hospital and stuff. And her question was, could that happen here? Truthfully and honestly, I believe that it's not, because we're not a tyrannical government. And you have to think that our police officers have families, our military have families. We have a moral compass stronger and bigger than China. Um, I honestly don't think that if we were in a medical martial law situation and people were running from hospitals, that our police, our soldiers, etc., would be shooting people in their backs and killing them dead. I truly don't believe that would happen. There's other ways to get a hold of capture people, etc., by just shooting them in the back of the head or shooting them in the back or whatever. But I can't remember what channel, but they were uh, threatened about talking about China and the coronavirus. Well, China actually talked to on that We app or whatever it's called, and they even put out flyers stating if people in China somehow get a VPN number, or they manage to leak out footage and show what exactly is really going on in China, and if China deems it fake news, which they will because they want to keep everybody in the dark, that they will receive a minimum of 7 years in prison. That's a true document. That's a true kind of a martial law thing that they're putting into effect. Um, but I honestly believe that they won't do time in prison. I believe that they would definitely be executed. China executes so many people every year, Christians, etc. Trump needs to boot the UN. Absolutely. The UN's a joke. Um, if you want to talk about that for a minute, um, you even had, I think Bill de Blasio even talked about bringing in the UN. And Bill de Blasio was talking about this case that came to New York, and he was praising this victim. This victim knew he came from Wuhan, China. He had symptoms, and what did he do? He gets on I think a subway train or whatever, a long train, and goes to a hospital. And Hayden Welsh, my beautiful daughter, many people are leaking stuff on YouTube. Absolutely, that's what I'm talking about. People are they're leaking uh, fake news and they're leaking real news. The Chinese people that are leaking the news to YouTube and other platforms, they're facing the ones that don't cover their face. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you for giving out the information, but you just exposed yourself to facial recognition, which is not a conspiracy in China. So I forgot where I was going. Oh, well, Bill de Blasio is like, he took the right measures, he did the right thing, and blah, 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 blah. How on earth did somebody that flew in from China, uh, Wuhan, China, that was suffering from symptoms, immediately with a phone or law official, stand back and say, "Look, I think I have the coronavirus." No, he hops on a freaking uh, a train that's got like 600 and some passengers on it, and then goes to the hospital. Bill de Blasio is so ignorant and stupid. He said he did the right thing. That's a moronic thing. Granted, I feel bad for the guy that he was scared that he was sick, but guess what? He just put 600 plus people's lives in danger by getting on that train and then going to the closest hospital. So there's a possibility he could have infected 600 plus people on that train. Time will tell. And we'll know in the next week or two what exactly happens. I mean, it could be terrible. Baby girl, okay, people are saying hey to Haven. Haven, doing good, thank you. How's South Carolina? You still cold? Baby girl? There's always such a delay in here. It might take a second before she hears it. But one more time, I'm gonna read this article for some people that just came in. He was a coward who only thought of himself. That's exactly how I was thinking. Um, yes, it's still cold in South Carolina. Well, that's where you wanted to go, baby girl. Enjoy. I'll mail you a blanket. He should have called the police and explained his situation. Exactly, Christine. The Watchmen, all in New York minute. Google search: 100 virus survived 5 longer than the flu. On this, I heard that as well too. The American one, that the actual uh, coronavirus survives 5 times longer than the flu on a surface. Um, then I see other channels saying a damp, wet surface lasts longer, but then I see a dry, cooler temperature surface, it survives longer. Either way, it's proven that this virus that was bioengineered and probably bioengineered to survive longer, to create such a widespread epidemic, pandemic. I truly believe that's, American one. Absolutely agree with you 110,000%. Seen videos on it, done some research. Well, Grandpa Justin, better mail her a Mylar sleeping bag. Laugh out loud. Um, oh yeah, Grandpa Justin. Yeah, my baby girl's got a bun in the oven. A little Welsh. But I'm gonna read this real quick. Me too. It's a weapon. Biblical ways news. I strongly believe, and many of us do, that is definitely a bioweapon. Could be a test run, but look at Agenda 21. When was the virus first brought out to the people? Yeah, some people are saying that the virus had already been detected, but it wasn't really brought out to the American people till the first person that was infected was December 31st or January 1st. The start of 2020. Agenda 21 wants how many millions of people dead by 2020? I think it's the kickoff of Agenda 21. Your grandson got his foot caught in my rib. How fun. Ugh. That's definitely a Welsh. That's a Welsh in your tummy for sure, baby girl. I'm sorry to hear that. Little baby. I don't have to read that again because that just makes me smile, but it does and it doesn't. It says, your grandson got his foot caught in my rib. How fun. Whew. That's got to hurt. That's why I think women are wonderful. They're a blessing, and men that treat women like pure garbage. Women, I mean, they give birth, they take care of us. Us men, we act big and bad and tough when we get hurt at work. Oh, I'm bleeding. Who cares? Get home. It's wah. We just don't let people know that. We cry like babies. They give birth. They have a 6 pound, 8 pound, 10 pound, 11 pound human baby coming out of you know where. Screw that. Women are whew, way tougher than us men. That's for sure. If you don't believe it, and if you're a man and your pride is too much, then get off my channel because it's the truth. Um, thank you, Crystal. Yes, it didn't feel too great. Now, if I had a baby and I was a guy and I felt the foot in my rib, I would be whining and crying and acting like the biggest sissy. Not in front of you all, not when I walk out the door, but behind closed doors, I would be boo-hooing and oh, poor me, poor me, poor me, if that makes any sense. So women definitely have the utmost respect, definitely on this channel. Our sisters in Christ, even our non-believers, the females, um, because patience, strength, um, they endure so much better than we men. Not saying we're sissies. Now, when it comes to fighting, etc., and when it comes to working and getting hurt on the work site, yeah, we can suck it up. Suck it up, buttercups, what we say, But when they get home, Oh, I smashed my finger. I smashed my thumb with a hammer. Been there, done that. Done a lot of whining. Sunlight kills viruses, bacteria, and molds. Pray for sun. Exactly. That's a good one. And that is true. Brother Michael Gale, women are strong indeed. Going back to how is this going to affect our economy? And a lot of people don't know how many, which I've known this for years, people are starting to express it or talk about it on YouTube. Um, we get a lot of our prescriptions from China that are prescribed heart medications, anxiety medications, all kinds of different medications, which is spooky in a sense, anyways. But that's the pharmaceutical industry over there in China is huge, and so if all these people are being quarantined and told not to work in all industries, you might go to the pharmacy and they might say we're out. I don't know, or the price might go through the roof to where your copay is going to be larger. And I strongly believe in the next month or two that you'll start seeing a lot of Dollar Tree stores that sell everything for a dollar. Everything's made in China will be shut down. Shut down full term. I don't know. Temporarily, I strongly believe it. Super chat. Did you double check card number, Patty? I don't know what you're talking about there, Brother Mitchell. Pat, I don't know what you mean. He's talking to somebody else. KM asking everyone, please pray for my nephew. He is only 22 and been fighting a rare leukemia since 2017. Bad fever and liver enzymes keep rising, and the doctors can't figure out why. I beg you all, please pray. KM, might I ask your nephew's name if you put it in there? One second, little smiley, and I'll bring you on. I don't want to be getting off quickly, but I want to. That's Ryan. Okay, an urgent prayer request for Ryan. Once again, I will read the comment. It says asking everyone, please pray for my nephew, Ryan. He is only 22 and has been fighting a rare leukemia since 2017. Currently, bad fever and liver enzymes keep rising, and doctors can't figure out why. I beg you all, please pray. All right, Heavenly Father, we come to you with a urgent prayer request. 22-year-old Ryan, which when we speak of him, Lord, um, you know exactly who we are talking about. We ask that you give the doctors the wisdom that they need to find out what the problem is, to get a hold of those liver enzymes, bring them down, lower that fever, Lord. 22 years old, whole life ahead of him. Lord, we pray for Ryan's family to bring them comfort at a time that they're in right now, a time of fear. There's nothing more scary and painful than losing a loved one, especially one at such a young age. Lord, we ask that you encampeth your angels around Ryan to comfort him in his time. I'm sure, Lord, that he is in fear. Lord, please take away that fear. When two or more are gathered in your name, anything is possible. So, Lord, can you please show Ryan, his family, the doctors, and people on this YouTube stream for an update to show how powerful you are and how loving and caring and forgiving you are to other people that are living in sin who choose to seek you, Lord. But going back to Ryan, we pray for him, and we definitely pray for Ryan's family to give them comfort as well in these trying times. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen. We'll definitely continue to pray for Ryan. And anytime anyone has a prayer request, please put it up in the chat. The power of prayer indeed is real. So, KM, thank you for coming to us. And I urge you to go to many other channels too that are live streaming and ask for prayer. Amen. One of the most important things of prepping. Amen. Thank you so much. No, it's our pleasure, KM. No need to thank us by no means. One of the most important things of prepping is TP. Yes, that is true. People think it's funny, but toilet paper is huge unless you want to live like they do in Venezuela, just saying. Not to get off the topic about Ryan, sometimes, when we a prayer like that, sometimes we, we have to smile. And that was, that was cute. And I say if you run out of toilet paper and you got a big enough house, you just do like a dog, scoot across the carpet. That's probably what I would do because I'm not going outside and grabbing a bunch of leaves and deal with that. Biblical Way News wants to come up on the panel real quick, and then I'm going to be jumping off here shortly. I got quite a few things to do, and then hopefully the next time we come up, yeah, definitely. When S8 or when basically when D Couch says when shit hits the fan, get toilet paper. Absolutely. You should see down in the basement how much toilet paper we have. We have tons. Tears came out of my eyes. Amen. Biblical said, gone postal union to back Bernie. I have no idea what you're talking about. If you're talking about Bernie Sanders or whatever, I don't know. You lost me there. Sorry I missed you. Was molding. We are Awake News. You have a channel called Awake News. If anybody has a channel, please feel free to put it in the comment section. I am not Pastor Paul Begley. I am not Agenda Free TV. Anybody wants to promote their own channels on our chat, please do, and even in the comment section, because we all need to be educated. We need as much information as we can get in times like this. And for these channels that block people and or just erase their comment because they're simply saying, hey, I have a channel, this and that, or the blah blah blah. We don't roll that way here. That's not how it's done. We promote other channels, not satanic channels, or like I said before, fetish channels where guys are rubbing balloons all over themselves and they're covered in Vaseline and butt naked. No, we don't want your channel on here. You can promote that channel on Agenda Free TV. I think Lookner might enjoy it. I don't know. No, just mod a few channels. I just help spread news. Watchman knows. More than welcome to do that too. If you all come on here and you see or you are subscribed to a channel that you enjoy, that you love, please put it up there and say, hey, this channel's great. It's got great news. It's got this, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead and put it up there. But no butt naked freaking balloon rubbing, two men rubbing their butts. No, you can promote that somewhere else. Anyways, just had to put that point out there real quick. TC802, my channel, where did it go? Is 5 years old and still don't have 500 subs. All right, I'll just click you right there and put you on the top. Everybody, if you see on the border, I keep forgetting I got that. Show some love. TC or T.C lowercase 802. If you want to show some love, click on his icon and subscribe to his channel. He's had the channel for 5 years, and he still doesn't have 500 subs. If you can get a chance, check it out. I'll definitely check it out, brother. A Skywatcher. Does your channel talk about? See, I didn't even know you had. Yeah, everybody, if you read the chat, if you have content, a lot of people don't have content. They get subscribers because you know, people like to. It's a family thing, but Christine says I only have 40 subs. I haven't checked out your channel because I didn't know you had a channel. I definitely will. Um, Squishy says, I think I have 67 subs. If you have content, you know, if you want to promote your channel, if you don't, you still can. I don't care. I'm not a YouTube crybaby like, oh, you can only watch my channel. And if you don't watch only my channel, get off here. Well, yeah, forget that. I don't believe in that. Squishy says, I think I have 67 subs, maybe. Now, Squishy, do you make content? Do you make videos? Even silly videos, animal videos, something to make people laugh. Because when you watch a lot of news, when it comes to the virus, when it comes to what's going on in this world, you do have to take a break from certain YouTube channels and watch stuff that make you laugh. You know, laughter is, some say, the best medicine. I'm a strong believer in it. I posted dreams that I believe were warnings of the last days. They are all coming true. Well, that's very cool. I'll put you up there now, Squishy. That's the same with Biblical Ways News. Where's he at? I forgot to send the invite. Hold on. Sorry, everybody. Oops. There he is. Now, when we first gave him a shout out, I believe he had 17 subscribers. No, he had 19. He had 19 subscribers, and last I checked, I went came up on his live stream, and he was up to 178. Thanks to your all's help, and thanks to Grand Supreme News for giving him a shout out and showing one of his videos. That's what it's all about. Crystal Gypsy said, "Squishy, you got 78 now." Squishy, I'll definitely. Well, actually, I can. I think I might have already subbed. Let me check. And Little Smiley, I sent you a link if you want to come up, which I'm sure you do. Bada boom, bada bing, your channel. Why is it showing my face so blurry? This is frustrating. We have so much snow on top of the roof. This is frustrating. Have you all seen my face? It's all blurry. It's not crystal clear like others, but I already sent the invite. Little Smiley. Let me go to Squishy real quick. I'll send the invite again if you didn't get it. Yeah, I'm already subscribed to Squishy, up to 81 subs now, subscribers. Let me go to TC 802. Go to channel. Subscribe. All right, you're up to 450 right now. I'll put you back up here real quick. Anybody that wants to subscribe. Yeah, see, there's Biblical Way. I didn't even have to send you another link. I already sent it to you. Everybody, as we got, I can't hear you, brother. You say anything? Your audio is not working.
Is it better?
Yeah, there you go.
Had it accidentally turned off.
Okay, real quick.
They,
I mod for off grid desert farming with Paul, and we are Awake News. Both are nice channels where you can speak your mind just like you guys do here, preppers and survivalist patriots. I will definitely check into those and subscribe. You can never have too much knowledge, that's for sure. And real quick, we got little Smiley on here. If you're not subscribed to his channel yet,
I subscribed.
17.
I'm about to. I have subscribed to the to Squatty Watch both, but I'm at. I have subscribed to both of them.
Oh, Squishy?
Yeah, Squeezy and both of them. Like that name, Squeezy
Squishy,
Watch
yeah.
B. Yeah, really nice name.
That's a good one. I
Yeah,
got to get a new
he will
computer
get big
soon.
by that name.
Do what, bub?
I
What'd you
think we
say?
can I think we can get rid of that biblical ways you send an invite on the screen. It's showing on the screen. I think we can get rid of it.
I put it there because I just wanted people that aren't subscribed to you to
No.
click on your that emblem right there, your icon, and subscribe
Uh,
if they haven't subbed yet. Most everybody here has subscribed to you, but there may
okay,
be.
I think I'm just gonna send a message on the live chat where I say
Yeah,
sub.
you can
Then we
put
can put
God.
it
You
up.
can put God bless. You can put locked and loaded is the most awesome person in the whole wide world. Blah blah blah. I don't. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, Vern's boyfriend's back. Ek Bander Boothie. What's up, Boothie? Almost Black is back. Hello, everyone. Mark's in the house. Queenie's in the house. The Watchman in the house. Well, oh, I gotta turn this
And
off.
I'm probably also gonna stream right after you are done with your stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
I
off here. I'm gonna get off here very soon, and then I'm gonna wait till I'm gonna do some more research, and then I'm gonna wait till Vern gets here so we can. He's got some good information he wants to talk to. Are you gonna do the stream on the explosion in Denmark or the fire?
it actually was only one house, but they make it sound like a town was on fire, but no. But I have
Oh,
some other news from
okay.
Middle East.
So you got other news from the Middle East, but I tell you what, you say it's only one house that was on fire, but to that family whose house was on
Yes,
fire, that
not
is
house, not
complete.
a house. Yes, a
Oh,
house also burnt down in Shetland, in my place close where I live. But
mm-hmm.
a building burnt.
Oh, okay. Well, nobody was living in it.
I will check on it. I will check on it
Okay.
later. But I maybe, yeah, there was some people in it. I don't know. I hope they weren't inside of it.
I'm still waiting for you to put your message in the chat so I can
Yes, I'm
put it
just
on.
trying to find your channel, but YouTube doesn't want me to allow to find your channel. There we go.
You
Yeah,
can't
I'm just.
you can't type it in the chat like you did this
There we
one.
go. I'm loading the load now. Then chat live chat just need to watch. I wish you could type it in that chat here on
Yeah,
StreamYard.
I know, right?
I hope they will.
Oh, it doesn't let you do that. Oh, that's right, because I have you on stream. Yeah, I've got you up. Yeah, so you can't chat. I get what you're saying now, which that is strange because I noticed that when I was a guest on your channel, I couldn't type in the chat at all. So what he has to do is he has to go over to kind of get out of StreamYard.
I've sent a message now.
Yeah, so he has to get out of StreamYard, go into YouTube, and then and back. So
Uh,
yeah, it is. But if you're on a computer, all you have to do is open up what two
yeah, I'm on
windows.
computer. I'm on my computer.
Yeah. Okay. So bada boom, bada bing. Subscribe to Biblical Ways News. All right. If you haven't already subscribed, I'm once again I'm extremely proud of you. I want to see how many subs you got. Let's see if you got over 178.
Well, I'm just mind blown how much blessings I'm getting. Okay, getting close to 200, very close to 200.
Really?
At
Now
180, 180.
you're at 188. Wow.
Yes.
Well, you did say when you got up to 100 that you were going to mail out
As
um,
I said that.
one Bible.
And I said I'm going to do a video about that Wednesday
Mhm.
here and then probably ship it out by hopefully by next Friday because I
Well,
have a lot of things to do also, but I'm gonna get those out. I keep my promises.
okay. EK says, "I think you're sexy, Justin. I'm your boyfriend too." Okay, whatever. We sometimes I don't get offended or whatever. You can say what you want to say. Troll the channel. We don't care as long as you just whatever.
Well, I had something to say that where you say
Well, go ahead.
about that economy, about the economy. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna have. I think the trade war that Trump put out. I'm supporting Trump, but I think
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be having a big bad impact on US
Absolutely.
because it
Uh,
makes spread virus through boats that are shipping
mm-hmm.
food or what kind of stuff between. So
Well, yeah, we're already denying certain products or whatever, large ships shipping over to the U.S. With Chinese goods. I bet, from what I heard, they're turning them around. We're not going to accept them right now, nor should we. And people
yeah,
say,
yeah, yeah.
well, what gets me is people say, "Oh, well, the virus it'll be dead on the boxes and stuff by the time it gets here." But what about the crewmate? The crew members. What about the
Cruise.
captain? What if they happen to have the virus and don't know it, and they bring the ship over? Just common sense stuff. Um,
Yes, and that it's not the only thing China is suffering from. They're also suffering from bird flu and other
mhm.
diseases, and still the pig Ebola.
Yeah, we
And
talked about.
I actually kind of know exactly why that Ebola thing happened. That pig Ebola. I think I may have the clue. I'm not saying I have the clue, but maybe it's because Denmark, Denmark has we have a lot of pigs farms here in Denmark.
Oh, do you?
Yes, and China bought it, but they didn't read the full instructions. So I think that's kind of why they messed up and ended up with that disease. It's just what
That's
I'm
a
saying. I
no.
don't know if it's correct, but it's what I
That's a
think.
that's a strong possibility. Maybe they didn't give them the proper antibiotics, fed them correctly the way they're supposed to, or did they buy them already slaughtered, or did they bought
I
them
actually don't know
alive?
because it was quite a long time ago. It was in 2019. I don't know exactly when, but it
Well,
was a
man,
bit
yeah.
time
Well, you
ago.
can always research that. But I'm glad you brought that up because the video, the live stream we talked about last night, on top of the coronavirus, the swine flu is coming back to China, better known as the African swine fever, and the bird flu is back in China. H5N1 subtitle flu. They had, if y'all, I know y'all, a lot of y'all have already heard this, but a farm in China had 7,850 chickens, and I believe 4,500 of those chickens have died, and that was just one farm. That was yesterday. And another thing too, China is telling their people to get rid of their animals, their dogs, their canines, because they could be carriers of this disease, the coronavirus, which the original coronavirus is always linked back to the canine. But people that are being quarantined in China, I know I already told you all
Oh,
this last night.
okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a video about that. The video
Yeah.
stream. I got
Um,
more information on the fire that happened in Denmark.
okay. Well, let me say this real quick, and then I'll hop off, and then you can do your stream because I don't want you to waste your good information here. That way, you can bring people that are here over to your
Yeah,
stream so that
my stream will start. Yes, actually, it says 14 minutes, but it's gonna start when you cancel.
I'll be off before then. I got things to do, but people that actually have canines, and I think they're throwing cats. Um, out of these high-rise buildings in China because first off, they're quarantined, they're not allowed to leave. But Chinese officials are saying to euthanize your animals. A lot of them can't leave to have it, pay to have your dog euthanized or whatever. So there's a terrible, terrible, horrible thing to do.
Okay, there you went off or what? You just froze. He just froze.
All right, we're
Yes,
back.
yeah, you just froze.
It just disappeared. It was showing, but yeah, they're actually throwing their dogs out of these sometimes 80 floors up, 20 floor. Either way, they're they were told by their tyrannical government to euthanize your animals, your dogs, because they could be carrying the disease as well. Um, that's just a terrible, terrible, horrible thing to do. To throw your dog or your cat out of a window that's 80 floors up. So just tear up or just tear up. This is just teared up. This is terrible. I do not know about them having to put away their animals. My gosh.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is. I hope this doesn't come to the rest of the world.
It's definitely not. There's so many things. Okay, a lot of people think it's the end of the world. There's so many things in biblical prophecy that have to
Yes,
be fulfilled before it definitely before Christ comes back.
yes, that's the
The,
thing. There is still a
yeah,
lot to be done.
the building of the third temple, um, the anti, etc. Oh, Patricia, comedy and life. Thank you so much. I do comedy because in these sad times we need a laugh. Right? Absolutely. Thank you so much for that super chat.
Yes, yes, thanks for this to him.
That means the world to me. And so I'm assuming that you have Patricia Comedy and Life has a channel. So if actually I don't know if I can put that on there. Yeah, I can. I do comedy because in these sad times, we need to laugh, right? Absolutely. So
Yes,
if y'all want something funny to watch, I'm assuming, like I said, that you have a channel or maybe you're a comedian. I don't know. I'll scroll down and see if, um, no problem. It's money well spent. Thank you so much. And
I
go ahead. That means the world to me.
I think I may have one of my friends that could use some a bit help. I know he doesn't make and he makes videos about some games, but
hmm Gaming videos, those are very popular. I really can't get into those. To me, it's I just
uh,
my son does, but if you want to,
I'm not that much into it.
right. Once again, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. You see a lot of these big YouTubers, they'll get $5 super chat, $2 super chat, $20 super chat, and they're like, they look over real quick and they're like, "Thank you for your donation." They go back and then they don't even read what the people
Yes,
type in their super chat. They feel like they're entitled to have their super chats. Not here, not at all.
and
Um,
the funny thing, I think I'm soon gonna hit 200 subs, and I'm right now at 1.8.3k views also. So I'm also about to hit 2k views, which is
oh, you have one that has 1,000. How many views?
oh, let me just look.
1K means 1,000.
Yes, and yes, I mean, in total, in all the videos I've combined, I have about 1.8k views in total. So I'm
Oh,
almost at 2,000 views,
okay, so
which
all
is
your videos combined, you've gotten almost 2,000
yes.
views. That's really good for just starting out a new channel,
And that
and
video I
especially.
made where GS News um, gave me a bit of shout out that I had
Mhm.
got about almost 850 views.
That's awesome. Yeah,
That
Grand
was the
Supreme
most
News.
biggest.
Um, yes, Queenie, I agree with you. I hate that. Acknowledge the gift. If somebody sends you a super chat,
Yes.
or they donate to your PayPal, that is humongous. And if you don't say thank you very much, then as far as I'm concerned, you don't deserve that super chat. You know, it's people get greedy when their channels get so big and they start getting so many super chats that they won't take time to say thank you to each and every one. That puts a bad taste in my mouth. But
Yeah, the same with I fully agree with you on that point.
absolutely, and your channel's going to grow extremely fast, there, brother.
Yes, I
I
see
know
it.
that for a fact. Oh, we got 3 dislikes already on this live stream.
Oh, I'm gonna go and like it.
No, it's funny because a lot of people don't know in the algorithms. Just sub to you. Oh, I've been sub to you. I subbed to you yesterday, Patricia. I just hadn't had time to read it because I remember I was going to give you. I was looking to give you a wrench as a moderator and found out I had already done that, and then I subscribed. But Sister Lisa in the house, waving, hey everybody, hey to the U.S. Much love. Thank you, Bernie from TC 802, Brother
How many
Mitchell.
are we actually in the? How many are we in the stream? You can see it on the
Um,
stream yet.
yeah, it's we're at 23. We were at 48 there for a while, but which I don't care if we have 5 in the stream. But I am getting ready to get off. So little smiley here. Uh,
I
biblical
think
way
Ninja
news.
can link. I think Ninja could leave a link to the stream because it is on my channel. If
You hear that, Mitchell? He calls you Ninja. Uh, Ninja, if you can leave a link to Biblical Ways News,
live
aka
stream, live stream.
yeah, link to his live stream. Is the live stream up and email locked and loaded? Okay. PayPal. Oh, that's my PayPal. Oh, EK Ben. What do you mean you love me? That's you're cheating on Vern there. EK Bander Boothie said that he was Vern's boyfriend. Now he says, I love you, Justin. Justin, I'm not a man. Well, you said you were a man yesterday. But either way, if you want to say silly stuff like that, I don't get offended. I think it's funny. But okay, Biblical Ways News right there, everybody. Brother Mitchell's got it in the chat. I'm going to hop off here. God bless each and every one of you all. Fear no man, never fear death. Get right with God, fight the good fight, and always stay locked and loaded. And
2 seconds. 2 seconds. Why you went to stream?
he's got your link up. I'm not jumping off it right.
That's
Oh, am I?
the link of the stream. That's what he needed.
I think you put it up there. It says
No,
biblical.
it said link. It was a link for the channel.
Well, what they can
Oh,
do, I don't know if
oh
you
yeah.
can
I
get the
will. I
link.
will. I will just do it. I will just do it
I
because I
don't
need to
know.
do it through Streamlight, StreamYard.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think he can grab it because you're technically not live yet right now, are you?
Yes. It's
But
gonna have.
all right, well, everybody, as soon as
Yeah,
we
there we
hop
go.
off
That's the
here,
stream link.
oh, you got the stream link.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to do that stuff.
I've
All
been
right,
working with IT for a while, so I know a little bit.
not me. Okay, you got the stream. Okay, right there, Biblical Way News. Just typed in the stream to his upcoming live stream. Show him some
In five
support
minutes, about 5 minutes, about 4 minutes.
in 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes,
And
four
then
minutes,
so on.
22 seconds. Yeah. Anyways, very proud of you. Much love to everybody in the chat. We will definitely be coming back probably in a couple hours with Vern Prep and Survival. Going to be talking about some other news. So I'll keep an eye on your chat there, little smiley. And
Yeah, I got next to some. I found some pretty. I found at least one good news. A good ending. A good ending on one of what days.
oh,
Base
so
days a bit.
okay, so you got a news article that you want to read that has a happy ending, is what you're saying?
Yes, that will be for the end of the stream.
All right, good deal. Much love. God bless each and every one of you all. And if you need laughter, check out Patricia's channel. EK Bander Boothie says he's mine. Talking about Vern, you can have him. I just use him as a friend on the screen. Your trolling doesn't bother me or phase me anyway. So you're wasting your time, but it is what it is. Much love. God bless. Once again, fear no man, never fear death. Get right with God, fight the good fight, and always stay locked and loaded. God bless.
God bless.
Later.